Greg, Facebook's looking good.
Yep, I'm all right.
Good afternoon. I'm District Attorney Anita Howard with the Macon Judicial Circuit, and this is my team that works relentlessly and tirelessly to keep communities safe. Today, we stand united with two families who have endured an unimaginable loss. The families of 23-month-old Markailey Ball Jr. and 18-year-old Montavious Raines. While we've secured justice in both cases through recent convictions, our work isn't finished. We cannot stop gun violence without the community's active participation. Both recent cases demonstrate what's possible when the community stands with justice. Just this past weekend, we secured convictions against Jaylen Smith and Jordan Mullis for the murder of 18-year-old Montavious Raines at Lake Wildwood Baptist Church. Combined with our earlier convictions of Jabari Thomas, Montavious Bivins, and Christopher Miller in the death of baby Markailey Ball Jr., we've put 5 killers behind bars in a very short matter of time. These weren't easy cases. Both involved defendants claiming self-defense. Both required significant investigative challenges that we had to overcome. Both required unwavering commitment from my team to pursue justice regardless of the obstacles. We would not only like to thank the families, but we would like to thank law enforcement. We would like to thank the Peach County Sheriff's Office, Fort Valley Police Department, as well as the Bibb County Sheriff's Office and other officers who are no longer with those agencies that came back to help us seek justice. Prosecutors and police cannot solve these cases alone. My prosecutors are skilled at presenting evidence in a court of law. However, we need the community's assistance. When shots ring out in apartment complexes, someone always sees something. Someone always knows something. We need people willing to make that phone call, even when it's hard. A single tip can break a case wide open. We need community members who understand that staying silent protects killers, not neighborhoods. Staying silent protects killers and not neighborhoods. The difference between justice and impunity often comes down to whether witnesses choose courage over fear. The call of action is to choose courage over fear. At this time, I would like to bring up Deputy Chief Taylor Wilson, as she has a specific call of action for the Peach County community.
Good afternoon. It is my absolute privilege to serve as Deputy Chief Assistant District Attorney here in Peach and Crawford counties. And after the convictions of Christopher Miller, Jabari Thomas, and Wontazious Bivins, evidence presented at trial makes it clear that these were not the only individuals that were involved in the death of Markailey Ball Jr. and the wounding of Markailey Ball. It is absolutely clear that there were other individuals there on scene that were a part of this shooting, and justice is being denied as to those individuals. It is clear that there are other people in this community that knows who those individuals are, and I am asking, as a servant of this community, that you put your courage over the fear that you may feel and come forward and give us a statement so that we can show not only this family but this community that we will not bow to fear and we will not bow to violence of any kind, and we can show this community we can turn things around. Please put your courage over your fear.
At this time, we will hear from the mother of Markailey Ball Jr., Miss Tiffany Walker.
Good afternoon. My name is Tiffany Walker. Since July 20th, 2022, my world has been shattered. It's days that I don't want to get up because I don't have my baby. It's days that I have to push myself to get up because I know I have to fight what's right, fight for what's right for them. Not being able to hug him, not being able to kiss him, not being able to celebrate his 5th birthday on August the 13th with him in the flesh. Birthdays, holidays, and etc. is hard. I have to sit down and explain to my kids what happened. It's a constant reminder every day. The bond that Markailey and Marcus shared, I can't even describe it. When we go visit him at the graveyard, she always asking, why we can't bring Daddy back with us? And it just breaks my heart because I have to tell her that you can't bring him back. This is where he lives now. It's sad that he's gone. I never knew that July the 20th would be my last day seeing my baby alive, would be my last day seeing him running through the house, would be my last day just loving on him. If I could trade places with him, I would. No mother should have to bury their child, especially at 1 year old. He didn't deserve what happened to him or Markailey. At the time, he had a brother that was a newborn. He never got a chance to meet him. So now I have to sit down and explain to him what happened to his brother. It's hard. It's really hard. When I lost him, it's like a part of me left with him. It's days I want to just go sit to his grave and just cry my eyes out. It's days I ask God, why? Why my baby? Life is so unfair. He was here one day and gone in the same day. He never even got to cry for me. All I could just ask is why? Why? Why my baby? Why my family? We didn't do anything to anyone. We didn't deserve what we're going through. Losing a child is hard, especially the way I lost him. Never in a million years I would have thought I would be standing here today sharing how this impacted our family. But as his mother, I kept my head high. I fought for what was right for my children because at the end of the day, they deserve justice. I'm just lost for words right now. I really don't even know what to say. My heart is in a million pieces. I can still hear myself screaming in my head the same way I was screaming on July the 20th. This is forever with me. This is a scar that will never heal. I'm glad everyone was brought to justice, but this will never bring my baby back. I would never get to tell him I love him. I would never get to kiss him. I'll never know what his first day of school would be like. I'll never see him ride his bike. I never get to tell him I love him, to tuck him in at night. It's just so many things that goes through my mind. Why? Why my baby? Why? Life is just so unfair. But I know I gotta stay strong, because I have to fight what's right for them. I know it's rough on Mariah. The bond that they had, they was very close.
Markailey Ball Jr. and Montavious Raines Jr. represent the future our community lost to senseless violence. My team that stands with these families, some that are still in the offices, we are a force for justice. And I want to thank my team, as I often do many times in the office. I want to thank them publicly for their sacrifice of their time and their talent, and standing courageously for justice. Any questions? Thank you all so much.
Yes, the one that sends out all the. I would assume too. I saw that she sent out a release just with the charges and stuff already.
Oh, she did?
Not today.
Oh,
well,
I
maybe
was
it was
like,
this morning.
I was
Actually,
like, she's quick today. If she sent it out today.
no, yeah. Let me see. It was it wasn't like the it was just basically saying that they had been convicted on X charges.
I got you.
So it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, everything okay? Okay, I'm so sorry that that's starting a bit like it is. I just like. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Thanks so much, though.
They might just be calling her for confirmation, but they might get
Okay.
I didn't want to. I wanted to stand
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to come back out. You know, if you have any, I just didn't want to ask any questions. And
With the family there, it seemed.
that's too emotional.
I don't cry.
You don't cry.
I don't want to cry with the family, like that sort of thing. You know, they've had enough.
That's hard. You can say you feel like you know what they're going through, but
You don't.
you don't.
You don't.
You can't.
Until you actually go through something like that yourself, you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. And then I'll ask her about the staff. Give me.
I don't know. Hey, Olivia. I was sent out here. I heard something about some questions. Y'all got questions?
Well, we just wanted the family to kind of get a break.
Oh, gotcha.
We
Okay.
didn't want to ask stuff with them.
Of course, that's understandable.
Yeah, but we heard everything, but what's the verdict?
Got you. Guess we could say that. Yes, sir. I can tell
It'll
you.
be on TV, but it's
Okay. Good. Cool. Great. Thanks. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
y'all ask about today's case? Oh, yeah. Oh, just only today's case? Okay.
So y'all let me know whenever you're ready.
I'm road one.
Okay. Good? Okay. Jabari Thomas and Wontazious Bivins were all convicted on all counts in which they were indicted. Mr. Jabari Thomas was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole plus 25 years. And Mr. Montavious Bivins was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole plus 35 years. he had an additional charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, which has a maximum of 10 years, which is why he had more than Mr. Thomas.
There was a little talk inside the courtroom about the appeals process. Do you foresee that happening in any of these cases? And how does that work?
Absolutely. So in every single case, defendants are entitled to a direct appeal. Every single case they attempt to appeal. It is one of their constitutional rights. It happens in every single case. That is something that is very common. So that is not something that we did not expect to hear. It is a right that they just wanted to make sure it was preserved on the record, that the two defendants had been counseled about what their rights were and what further steps would be taken. Specifically, the withdrawal of the two, defense attorneys as counselors, just kind of signaling to the court that there will be appellate counsel, that the two will either have to retain on their own or one will be appointed for them by the state.
Have you spoken with the families about how they feel about this sentencing and just overall if they believe the justice has been served?
Absolutely. Speaking with Miss Tiffany and Marcus Ball Sr., they are absolutely, I don't think the word I would like to use is happy, because this is not a situation where anyone won. You know, there's lots of loss to go around. But with the maximum punishment being served for all three of the defendants that were charged, I think that that was the best that any of us could have hoped for in this case. Speaking specifically about Miss Tiffany, and I can speak for Mr. Marcus Ball Sr. as well, they want everyone involved to be brought to justice. There is at least 2 individuals who have already been named that we do intend to move forward with charges as early as Monday. However, there is one other individual who has not been identified, and that is the individual who we believe actually shot the shot that killed Marcus Ball Jr. and injured his sister, and that is who we want. So we are asking the public, we know that there are people out there. There are people that can be seen on that footage. Someone knows who that individual is, and I can't do this without them. We cannot do this without them. Someone needs to be courageous enough to be able to tell us who that person is.
I know you can't speak on specifics. Are there any leads on that at this time?
There are. There are. Thanks. Taylor Wilson, Taylor Wilson, Wilson.
And can you give us your full title?
Yes, I am Deputy Chief, Assistant District Attorney. Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, not impeached. No, not impeached. That's right. All right, I think I brought it back to where you were. What's that? I brought it back to where you were. Oh, thank you.